tractor beam out of commission, or this is going to be a real short trip. Okay, hit it!
What's up, everyone?
Yeah, hey.
Good evening.
Me, Jason, Chris, how you guys doing?
Fantastic.
Wonderful.
So, Chris. Oh, we feel so bad for Chris.
I feel worse for Jason.
Chris is taking my spot tonight.
Yeah, I know. So we are opening tonight the RS Boba Fett Lineage helmet. It's amazing. I think we're are we the first to get it? The painted version?
I like to think so.
I think so. Okay, so super grateful for everyone at RS for the time they put into these and sending these out to us. And the issue is that the things that they can't control. So they can't control the mail, and it's taken us a little bit longer to get them. And Chris did not get his yet. It's actually was waiting, and it just didn't happen. So
yeah.
It's a bummer. Well,
I got mine 24 hours after they put it in the mail, and then it all went downhill from there.
Yeah.
Right.
I was going to say, if we weren't the first ones to get the helmets, Steve masturbated Saturday night for no reason.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, I think it should be nice. I mean, we're gonna go over the helmet, and listen, we've been waiting a while. This thing is amazing, and I think Steve already broke into his because of how impatient he is.
I've been polishing it all weekend.
Yeah, so I will be the only one unboxing tonight, sadly, but I think afterwards we do have another something that we're gonna show you guys. It's pretty exciting. It's pretty cool, and I think we all have that, so we can get into that as well. So I'm gonna start breaking into this thing, guys.
So Matt, you just said that we have a surprise for the end of the show, so people should watch the entire thing, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
the end.
End credit scene.
I don't know if it's so much a surprise, but it's
nobody knows.
No, nobody knows, but it's something cool.
Yeah,
it is. It is very cool, and I don't. Yeah, Anyway, wait till the end of the show. You'll see it. It's fun. I don't really know how to explain.
I like the shirt, Matt. I like how you dress for the occasion.
Hell yeah.
I'm not even making fun. It's legit. I like it.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Where'd you get that one?
I've had this one for a while. I think this was a.
It's a hand-me-down from his kids.
Yeah, I can't remember what it is. I have had to hand myself hand my kids shirts that got too small for me.
Yeah.
And they're like sleep shirts for them now.
My wife has stolen the last 2 Star Wars shirts that I had that she intentionally shrunk in the wash.
Oh, it's just like, huh?
Yeah. They're super soft, so she shrinks them, so I can't wear them anymore.
I got to say,
Star Wars? Is it Star Wars shirts or?
Yeah, she got me 2 Star Wars shirts last year for Christmas. Oh no, it was for Father's Day or something.
So she got herself 2 Star Wars shirts.
Yeah, well, if they're soft, she takes them.
All right, so Steve, you want to mention some of the issues we've had with shipping at all?
Why there's only one unboxing versus
right, for the reasons, yeah.
Right. So let's see. We were all sent 2 boxes. One is the helmet, and one is this surprise, quote unquote, that we'll talk about later. I got, thankfully, the Boba the day after, and the other box showed up 3 days later. So somehow they separated during transit, wound up at different places. Let's see. Chris, you got the non-Boba helmet right away.
I got that right away, yes.
And the Boba decided to take a tour of some warehouse in New Jersey.
Yeah, who knows?
Jason was met with utter disaster because somebody stomped the shit out of his box.
Literally. So I got both at the same time, but one of them was chopped away at for sure.
So we'll talk about the results of that in a little bit. And
who signs those? Is that Rob's signature?
I don't know. They're always different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And Matt got yours yesterday, Matt. Is that right?
Yep.
Nice. Yeah.
You know what's pretty stupid about FedEx is they have a shipping number for each box. I'm gonna rant about fucking FedEx tonight. So they have a shipping number for each box, but then they have a master number for both of them together. What the fuck's the point of a master number if they're gonna split them up? Like, what the heck? Like, seriously.
Yeah.
I was on the phone like 3 times today with FedEx and twice yesterday.
Yeah, I'm a more of a fan of UPS, to be honest.
Yeah.
But.
UPS tells you, hey, it's on the truck on the way to your house right now.
I hate them all. They don't out here. I don't know if there's any East Coasters watching, but UPS does this no good. It's a nightmare.
I actually cornered the driver at like 8 p.m. tonight.
Yeah, we were on the phone, and Chris like, I think that's the FedEx driver. I'm like, you get your ass over there and you get in front of his face and get that freaking helmet.
So he actually was driving just a white truck, and I saw that he had a FedEx jacket on. So I pulled up, and he was really nice guy. He's like, I'll look through my list and see what I have. He's like, nah. He had packages for all around me, but not my house. Okay. Yeah.
So look at this real quick. This is the it's cool. Do you see that green?
Oh, is there green?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Green on it, like the whole thing around it is green, and the line is green underneath it. That is,
And that the stainless steel on the black acrylic looks really, really
it
nice.
does look really, really good.
Do you know what the
That's a nice
SA stands for? What does the SA?
Signature edition. Oh, no.
No,
We talked about this before. One of us got it right.
What's that?
I said we talked about this before. One of us got it right. I forget what it was though. I don't remember. Anybody in the comments? What's the SA?
Yeah, we did talk about this before. I can't remember what we said. All right, so stand. I got the stand box.
What did you say it was, Matt?
I can't remember.
I didn't
can't
hear
remember.
you. You made a joke. You just
said signature edition. I said it would have to be signature addition, as in
Yeah.
adding it up. Yeah.
Are they in screen accurate? I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
Huh.
Okay.
That would make sense a little bit.
I don't know if I thought that's it, but
All right. Inner box.
Yeah, it was really nice that these were double box. I can't believe the
look at his inner box.
The stoppage got through 2 boxes. That's insane, Jason.
Jason,
Yeah.
both of my boxes look great.
Yeah, so mine looks like it got hit by something much larger, and it was the side of it that got bashed in where the outer box dented the inner box, but enough where it created a break in the actual box.
Yeah. Orang thinks it's screen accurate. We'll go with that until we're told otherwise.
Yeah. That's like the one thing we should know. Because it's on the HDPE as well.
Yeah, it is, right?
never noticed that. I love that green. That's a nice touch.
Yeah.
It's subtle too, yeah.
It's packed really well. A lot of bubble wrap. The only thing I was a little bit apprehensive about was the way the viewfinder was kind of wrapped. The viewfinder itself was wrapped, but nothing stops it from rotating.
You know what I would say, and I mentioned this to both. I think I mentioned this to you guys maybe, but this is an expensive helmet.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah.
It's an expensive helmet. It's the most expensive I think any of us have ever paid for a helmet. Maybe not Jason, but Jason's strange that way. So, I think it's a really expensive helmet, expensive collectible. I feel the same way about Regal Robot. I'll say the same exact thing. When you get a Chewy that you've spent a lot of money on, and you get a box and it's wrapped in a bag, I'm just saying it would be nice if they go just a little further and make it a little bit different. The packaging, you know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Like, I think just to make it a little more of a high-end collectible, right?
So you
I
want
mean,
to pay? You want to pay for an art
No,
box?
no,
No, I don't want to pay for an art
box.
box. I don't want to pay for an art box. I'm just would like. I would have loved to see these put into like foam or something like that, or just something a little bit different to make it a little stand out a little bit different.
I don't want to
know.
have to keep something.
What's that?
Oh, really?
I don't want to have to keep something.
No, I don't either. I don't want to have anything like an art box like that. I'm not.
Yeah.
I think the way I've said this before, I think the way RS does their stuff, where you can get it and throw it away, is fantastic. I love it. I just was expecting maybe a little something different for this, but it's still, as long as it comes out fine, I'm fine.
I actually keep the RS boxes because I got that storage unit and I have a lot of space now. But
a lot more space.
No.
Well, if you ever need to move the helmets, they fit in so perfectly.
That's the thing, right?
They literally drop right in.
Not that I plan on reselling anything soon, but let's say you're moving, right? You're scrambling to find a box that fits it.
Well, we all know Jason keeps the boxes. He puts them in the hallway.
Puts them in the kitchen.
I put them in my kitchen, my living room. I make an obstacle course out of
There's
it.
some behind him.
Yeah, the kitchen table's actually held up by the boxes.
There's some behind him.
There are boxes behind me actually. That's Christmas though. It is. Yeah.
Ooh, here we go. We're getting close.
So I hear what you're saying. Yeah, it's like
Kind of a little bit loose. Yeah.
So yeah, that definitely allows a little room for potential damage.
Somebody to stomp on it.
Yeah. Well, even if it takes a nice long ride across the Atlantic, it can.
Look at this. So we got a message from the 12 Dangs. Since I have tuned to your channel, I bought my first 4 RS helmets.
Wow.
2 arrived on Monday. So happy. Thanks, guys.
Oh, that's
nice.
Cool.
What'd you get, man? Tell us what you got.
Which ones did you grab?
He's
Congrats, man. That's really cool.
He's a new commenter. I've never seen that name before.
Yeah, 12 Dangs. No, I haven't seen Orang either. So
no, me neither.
Guys.
Yeah, welcome. Yeah, congrats, dude. I'd love to hear people's experiences on getting RS for the first time, because it's so different. It's such a unique thing.
It is, and if depending on what type of helmet you have, we talked about this a while back. Like if you're someone who started off collecting Novos helmets, it almost is a little bit of a shocker. You think like, hey, wait a minute, it's so light and where's the weight? But then it grows on you and you realize that the accuracy and quality is so much more. Yeah,
the Boba is heavier though. The Boba is definitely heavier because it's got much fiberglass, right? Yeah, I like that. It's really nice.
I also love hearing how people start buying RS after listening to our shows.
I was just gonna say, Chris and Steve, we should, because we always send the messages back and forth to one another. We should start tallying up and create like a list, because I even sent the other one out to Rob the other day, and I was just like, check this out, and it's always, hey, I would listen to you guys. I got my first RS helmet, and we just get them all the time.
So the 12 Dangs got the Snow, the Scout, the TIE Pilot, and Hero Stormtrooper.
Wow.
Oh wow!
Yeah, great start, huh? Yeah, that's impressive.
Good selection.
12. What did you get for the Scout? Did you get the red label or the full on Scout? That'd be interesting.
Right.
I'm guessing the red label. That's kind of the more.
I don't think many people start with the pilots though. They mostly start with the troopers.
But that
I did.
And I think what happens is you start to appreciate the paint jobs, and then it's like, well, then let's get some of these pilot ones, because then they're all about the paint, right?
It's artwork.
Yeah, it is. It's a good thing they got a good painter over there. Good painters.
Woo! Yeah. There it is. There it is, boys.
There we go.
Oh man.
Let's put you on. You want to put your are you gonna do your other camera, Matt, or
Yeah. I'm just looking at it. I just got a little dust on things.
Yeah, the visor had a lot of dust on it.
Oh man, this thing is wow. This thing's crazy, dude.
Right?
I mean, look at that. Just look at it. That is nuts.
Yeah, there's that spot below, like the kill stripes towards the back, where it looks like the paint. It was like left laying on the ground, and the paint pooled up. It's
cool.
Where, I don't see it.
Yes, see the 4th kill stripe from the end. There's a white rectangular.
It's white. Okay.
It's almost
Yeah.
like there was paint on the helmet and it was laid down on the ground
Yeah.
and it dried while it was laying on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
It's so cool. It's like it's replicating something.
Thing's got some weight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't
mean,
notice. Every picture I've seen of it, that crack on the side was like a tan color. They actually did paint that a little bit.
But you can see like stuff like look
Yeah.
at this, like see these like indentations here, like that's the level of detail. I mean,
That's what I was telling you guys about. There's these cracks on it you don't see.
Matt, you want to see some great detail? Look at the kill stripes up close, okay?
yeah.
They even painted in the removal of the masking tape when the original was being painted. So it looks like the masking tape was removed and then painted over on the original when you reference the original helmet, and they replicated that on this. So look at the last kill stripe. You'll see a little bit of indentation, but it's the same color as the helmet. See it in the light?
Yeah.
Isn't
So
that fantastic?
So are the kill stripes varying in color because the older ones have been exposed to sunlight longer, and so the kill stripes get darker as they're newer? Is that what that is?
So
It's supposed to be more paint on the last ones, right? Something like that.
You see how like they're darker? They're like a darker yellow, almost bordering on orange in the back.
So yeah, that's interesting. So Matt, on yours compared to mine, it does look like a gradient from a lighter to a darker.
Mine does that too.
Oh,
Yeah,
see,
but-
mine doesn't.
Yeah, but that's lighting though, because when I look at it to my eye, it looks a little more even. But when you look at it, with a camera and lighting, I think it does give that effect, which is supposed to give that effect.
Can you feel the different levels of paint?
What's that?
Can you feel the different levels of paint like taking off or?
Yeah, there's even
the
this, like,
areas.
there's even these like little kind of raised bits of like paint and stuff.
Yeah, if you go to like an area where you see the older colors revealed, you'll see that you can feel the layers below it, Matt. But the black spots are done on top afterwards.
And there's this giant chunk taken out of this piece right here.
You want to see the nicest color on the entire helmet, Matt? Go to the other air, right where your hand is, and look at the bottom of it. That red.
Oh yeah.
How beautiful is that red, man? Oh my god.
And just so
Is it
people
like a
can
rusty
see,
color?
this is the inside of the helmet.
Yeah.
So it's unfinished fiberglass, which I'm guessing is very accurate as well.
And Matt, explain the chin strap. I think you were telling me the details. It's the riot.
Yeah, it's a police. I believe it's the police riot chin cup.
Yep.
From I think it's the UK police riot chin cup.
Possibly.
I think.
Is your chin cup dirty like mine was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got some nice weathering on it.
Yeah.
Dude, it's
So that's a nice touch of detail because that's something most people aren't going to see. So
Yeah.
to add that touch of detail is amazing.
It's got the ring. You know, it's got like
It's like a ball gag.
Yeah, basically. And
Well,
they got
I
this
asked-
big piece of black tape in here. That's probably, I'm sure that's screen accurate as well, or whatever this is.
I asked Rob if he sent me the one that he had in his mouth in the video, and he said he does that with all of them. So, so all of yours have been test fitted in Rob's mouth.
So Matt,
Well, I would hope so.
Matt, is that it looks like your viewfinder is not coming down? Is it staying up on its own or?
Yeah, so mine, which I would expect it to be better than yours, is when you release it, it'll go, right?
Yeah.
Does it slam down or is it with ease?
No, it kind of slams down a little bit, and then when you bring it up, it stops right here, and then you push it into place.
Okay.
So it's really, really firm in place.
Good.
I found mine falls. If you move it around, if you move the helmet enough, mine falls out of that position.
Yeah.
Matt, you want to see another cool little detail? Look
wow. Nice.
Look at the rangefinder.
Okay.
Like look as if you're looking through it.
Oh.
See how it how cool is that, man?
Yeah.
It actually has the lens where it enlarges.
Yeah, that's cool.
So
I'm gonna set the here. Hold on. Let me get the stand set up, and I'm gonna put it on basically, I'm going to do what Chris did with. Think of Chris with the helmet. I'm going to do that. If Chris had the helmet, I'm going to do what he's doing.
Steve, turn your air with the stock a little to the side so I can see that white. The other. Okay, so I'm noticing you and Matt have a much thicker white stripe than I
See if I
do,
can get it better in focus.
which is interesting.
The stripe you're saying is thicker? Is wider?
On
On
you
the-
and Yar and Matt's white.
On the ear?
like that. Yeah. Look how thin mine is.
Hold yours up. I'll go to you. Hold on. Oh yeah. Huh.
Well,
This is narrower for sure.
Oh,
little
for
bit,
sure.
yeah.
It's definitely noticeable, yeah.
yeah, a little bit.
Huh. Interesting.
Are there colors in the triangles?
No, but they are weathered.
Okay.
Triangles.
In the front,
The
the
two
forehead.
front, really.
The forehead
Oh, yeah.
triangles.
So another detail that I noticed on this that I had never seen on a Boba helmet before is the whole
indentation.
indentation
Yeah.
over here, right? Let me. I'll go to full screen on mine. So
That's
look,
interesting you pointed that out, Steve, because I noticed that as well.
right here. So that's actually, it's sculpted in. There's a rectangular indentation in there,
Mm-hmm.
which I never saw before on a Boba Fett helmet, and I'm kind of wondering what the story is behind that.
Yeah, I'm wondering if something was supposed to go in place of that. I noticed, I picked up on that as well and was wondering, what the intent was, what initially, why it was there.
Yeah, but the detail on the ears is amazing, and you can see on mine. You can see how my later kill stripes are darker.
Okay, yeah. See, again, I think it comes down to lighting because I don't have equal lighting here, so mine look more even tone. But
Yeah, your
they
lighting's
do-
really shitty, Jason. I wouldn't.
Is that why you look so terrible, Jason?
It is,
why-
guys. Yeah.
It looks. Oh, there we go. That's even better. Now it's like blue.
Yours look darker, and they do look darker.
Now they are, yeah. Now that I changed the lighting, I had like a warm setting on. So what I,
think it
had
looks
looked
good,
at,
Jay.
yes, I know. I think it looks great. So what I had learned is that's one of the things that most people get wrong. And what they do is they gradiate the color from yellow to orange. Okay, but what initially happened during the original paint job 40 years ago is the paint was just heavier in the back, given the impression that it was a orange color because it was a little bit thicker, a little bit heavier laid on.
Yeah. You know what? What I think people just in case people don't know, something to keep in mind here, guys, and we're going over some of the differences between some of these helmets. You got to realize this is someone painted by hand this entire helmet. This isn't like a produced like factory setting thing. Someone painted this by hand, 40 hours each helmet. Took them 40 hours. Each of these helmets took 40 hours to paint. And now we're not talking like
Literally.
we're not talking about between other different people. We're talking about one person, 40 hours.
There's going to be a lot of inconsistencies, but
so
it's all pretty close.
There's going to be a level of inconsistency because the guy's just like dead tired of painting these damn things, I'm sure.
He was probably dead tired of painting them before they started going, because I know he on his page he's painted a bunch of these.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
even as we look, the inconsistencies are so minute. It's almost amazing how minute they are.
I'll be right back, guys.
I
Is
love the
there-
way yours look.
Is there a difference in weight side to side?
Yes. Yeah, there is. When I put it on the stand, I have to move it off center about 3/4 to an inch off in order for it to sit level on the stand.
That's what I was wondering.
So some of the things I want to point out, I think me and Steven having a little fun with this a while back when we were poking around with the EFX one. Now this really brings it to a level that just really stands out prominently. So this hair, and Steve, you were showing this a moment ago. So behind that, Rob had did a video, his found parts, which we could actually, if we get a chance, put a link below.
Right.
So this is that Casio.
Oh yeah. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I'll hold you up close. See if we can get to see the actual circuit. Rotate it a little bit. Yeah. You see folks? You see the kind of rectangle that's hidden between the top two slats? That is a circuit board in there, and it's like one of the there it is, perfect.
Yeah, it's a beautiful. It's much clearer than what you can see here. The cast is so clean and pristine. So they disassembled the Casio. Somebody in the comments might know the actual number of the calculator. So they used it not only for that part, but on one of his gauntlets, where you see the that sort of little pin pad on his gauntlet. That was where the buttons went, and then the PCB board and processor chip inside went actually in this vent system behind. And you can see here they kept it true to the original helmet, where the PCB board was laid down and then just covered to hide it. So the attention to detail on this, again, for RS is just at a level where it's things that you wouldn't even notice, and they still put it there. Things that they didn't have to put, but they did put.
So let's talk a little bit about the issue that both you and I had, Jason. And
Okay.
I don't think Matt has the issue because his stock is staying erect. His
Like always.
His isn't flopping down like ours is. But let me I'll go to full screen for a second. All right. So if you look at my earpiece a little bit, let's see if I can get it to move. Let's see. Yeah. You might see that I'm able to rotate this a little bit, and that's because there's a screw inside the helmet. Let's see if I can get that up on screen. I'll take this out. So yeah, there's a screw.
We're almost there. Yep.
Right here. Okay. And on mine, that screw has gone a little bit loose. And so as a result, this top earpiece, this piece right here is kind of like a cover. That is loose a little bit, and I think that's caused my stock to be loose. And so mine kind of tends to flop down at times. And it's just a little what's that?
Can you tighten it?
Well, the challenge is, whenever you're tightening a screw that has a nut on the other side, a lot of times, unless it's a lock washer, you need to hold both sides, the screw and the nut itself. Unfortunately, there's no lock washer in there, and in order to get to that screw, you have to take this cover off. There's you have to remove some other screws and do some work on it. The good thing about that is I was talking to Rob about it, and what he's going to do is a video that he's going to put on the RS channel that walks people through how to take it apart and assemble it. So that'll work. That'll be nice. Now with Jason, we suspect something. We suspect that what happened was while it was being shipped, somebody stomped on it and actually hit the stock because his screws were literally. He had two screws that were out.
So this was potentially loose, like Steve's. Okay, mild, but at the same time, there's only enough on the back, threading on the back, to just catch it. It's not like you have a lot of room. So with that, I think mine may have been loose, and then in conjunction with mine having been damaged during shipping, I think it just got knocked around even further, allowing this bottom part to unhinge a little bit as well. So when I received it, the stock was separated from the helmet. But after a discussion with Rob, it was a very quick fix of going in and just sort of tightening a few things. And then again, as Steve mentioned, they're going to do a quick tutorial on how to remove this, do some disassembly, reassembly, and make it so it's pretty solid. So right now, unlike Matt's and Steve's, mine is stuck in the upright position. So I can't, if I really force it, I can push it down, but right now my stock is not going anywhere.
Jason has like a temporary fix.
Yeah, so right now
realizes it.
Yeah, basically it's stuck in place.
I think the problem is, Jason, that you got Steve's helmet when you should.
I think so.
Yeah, we were all kidding around saying that Jason got the damaged one, and that should have been mine. So
yep.
Yeah.
You know what scares me though? The longer mine is in transit.
Yeah.
I'm just worried something's going to happen to it. And
man.
Well, Rob mentioned that tonight, Steve. Remember, he said the whole purpose of shipping these, paying extra to ship these so quickly was to avoid the amount of time that they remain in transit to limit the potential for damage.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if mine shows up smashed, I swear to God, I'm gonna grab the truck driver by his neck.
It's not necessarily his fault.
Well, I'm blaming him.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna blame him. Anyways,
So I like the chin strap so much that I'm posing mine with
Showcase it.
with the chin strap down so you can actually see it hanging
Now,
off the side.
Right.
I love that they painted that scar. That
Oh yeah.
I thought it was gonna come like tan. Every picture I've seen, it was tan like that. But wow, that looks awesome how it's painted in, like
Yeah.
almost rust colored.
Yeah. Actually, mine doesn't have that at all. That's interesting. Mine is not painted in rust colored. Mine is just putty
Really?
colored. It's putty colored.
Oh,
Huh.
Really, Steve? Not in the least.
Nope. Nope. I can
See,
yeah.
see if you can zoom in on mine real quick. I know my lighting isn't great, but
Hold on one second.
I have a hint of it. It's not as much as Matt's, but can you see that?
Oh yeah,
little
yeah. I can see
Yeah,
it.
yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Hint of orange.
Go
Yeah.
go to mine
Here,
now.
Steve. Oh yeah.
None at all.
So, Steve, it looks like yours may have been put on as a first layer. It looks like it's coming through via the light a little, but it's definitely not as prominent.
Yeah, I
like
don't see
Matt's.
any of it.
I like Matt's.
You know what? I
I like mine too.
think
Mine-
Matt's looks like shit. I think mine's better.
No, it's not.
Matt's thumbprint smear seems to be very clean and smooth. The white thumbprint that goes like this.
Oh,
So yours seems to be very clean and smooth. Mine is very subtle.
You're
hmm.
talking about the on the red rim that there's that.
Yeah, that little like thumbprint smear that they call
Yeah,
it.
that's what I was describing as like paint, like pooling up when it was laying on its side or something.
Yeah, I have like one thick line, and then it kind of, instead of a perfect trail where it like has the wipe, the wipe is sort of painted after the fact. But again, you're gonna see some small inconsistencies. But when you do a reference shot, if you look up the actual ESB helmets and you screen match it, basically, it is spot on from the little innate details to the cracks in the paint to the scuffs. I mean, it's phenomenal. This thing is a whole nother level. It really is.
Oh, you can see it. The Matt circuit chip.
Oh, yeah.
The chip.
That's always going to be able to give a much better picture. And even that weathering, look how much it stands out, Steve. Because it's even hard to see that with the naked eye
Yeah.
versus the light.
It's freaking gorgeous.
It really
Wow. Even that, see a little bit of staining in the silver? How subtle that is?
Yeah. It's
That's
nuts.
fantastic.
It's
Huh?
absolutely nuts.
All right, right there, Matt. Just if you can go back for a second. Me and Steve were just trying to point out the little Casio PCB. So you can even see the little heat sinks coming off it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, those. I don't think those are heat sinks. I think those are the metal pins that are.
Oh, the pins. That's right.
Yeah.
But just so people can appreciate, like this stuff, like right here, I mean, that's gouged out of the damn thing. Like that's like
Yeah,
that's
it
not
is.
painted on. That's that's actually like taken out.
So let's see. Do we got any? Elvis says my helmet has erectile dysfunction. Christian says afternoon, gents. Where are you that it's afternoon? Man. Oh, Australia? Is that why?
Maybe.
This is the stalk. It's got like some nice weathering down the side and stuff.
Orang says so. Orang is getting both the unpainted and the painted. He's saying he's holding his, and you can see all the fine details on that one. Yeah, and Dash B says the scar was not present on the helmet when ESB was filmed. The damage was done in the years after. Oh yeah, yeah. A lot of this damage was done in the years after, and I just think honestly, I think it's so much character to the freaking helmet. It's amazing.
Yeah, there's some debate as the helmet went on
those are great
tour
on that.
and suffered some damage. A lot of people like to clean it up and idealize it to the screen use, which is just fine. But Steve, I'm like you. I think it adds a lot of character, and I appreciate that character, and I really enjoy it.
Yeah,
Because the thing is 40 years old, so it gives it the look of having been through 40 years of wear and tear.
So I've had two other Boba Fetts. I've had the Black Series, and I've had the EFX. So the Black Series is kind of like a college baseball player. The EFX is kind of like a AA player, and this one is like the MVP of the major leagues. It's just completely different, entirely different than any other helmet.
For those in the UK that are watching, he's talking the differences. He's talking about championship versus Premier League.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. We got an international crowd watching.
People in America don't even watch baseball that much.
I can't.
Matt, is there a way to
Come on? Do we have to start dissing the American pastime here? Come on.
Is there a way, Matt?
Yeah.
Is there a way, since you're using your phone, to get a shot? Hold on, let me flip it. A shot of the rangefinder where it's got the actual lens on it.
Yeah.
I just think that's such a fantastic detail. And I think that came from dismantling a camera part.
That works. Yeah, I think they had a show about that part.
The found parts, yeah. So it was another one of the found parts video. I think it came from a Kodak camera, one of those ones that you open and flipped out, and that was one of the peek through, part of the peek through. And they disassembled it and put it on the helmet, and yeah, it's exact. It even has the magnification to it.
It reminds me of old projectors from school.
Yeah, it's exactly what it looks like, and this one actually magnifies.
Yeah.
So Orang is asking, I think, to compare the three. Just the major differences between the three, I would say, is the Black Series is obviously just quick, rough.
It's a toy.
Yeah, it really is a toy. And for what it's worth, I'm not going to shit all over it like Rob did.
Oh, you had to bring that up.
I know. I'm doing it.
Email about that.
Yeah. For what it is, it's clearly a toy. It clearly looks like a toy. The EFX, I think the major difference.
I got the EFX there. If anyone's curious.
Oh, okay, cool. So the major difference
curious.
is the EFX paint is what I call, and I don't know what the right term is additive. All right. So they add layers to give the effect of paint over, like multiple layers of paint. And that's not accurate, because when you see the silver sticking out from underneath, it's because the top layers have been rubbed off. Mm-hmm. But because it's so time consuming to do, most places just build up the paint to give that look. On the RS, they actually have the paint, the layers of paint underneath, and they take away what I call subtractive, and that gives it a texture that's so much more accurate. It's so nice. The other difference is EFX lights up.
This is the EFX, right?
Yeah, the RS does not light up.
Yeah,
which is totally fine.
Yeah, it's totally fine.
So like you said, Steve, if anybody's unfamiliar with additive versus subtractive paint, it's kind of like anybody that's seen an old house where they paint over the shutters for years and years and years, and you start to see it chip away, and you see the colors underneath it. That's technically what the helmet's supposed to look like. So when you're seeing the colors, the variations in the colors, it's because it's been painted over, and as it gets scuffed, it's exposing the colors underneath. So the EFX is, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. The EFX does the exact opposite. They're building on top. Yeah. So they start off and they add the colors and layers upward versus subtractive. So I see two more differences from that side, Matt. The EFX does not have that rectangular piece on the left mandible. The rectangle, or does it? Is that cut out? Maybe it is. Which side?
What are you looking at? What are you looking at? What do you mean?
The left mandible, right? Okay, go to. Remember the piece that we were looking at a minute ago? Oh, it's there. It is there. You see how it's cut out?
Yeah, I see it. I see it. Yeah.
Okay, so that is there. But look at the kill stripes on the EFX one. It goes from super light to yellow.
That's a dark orange.
Yeah, super
right. It's so heavy-handed, right?
Here's one thing I did notice, and this is a really, really small detail, but I also noticed it when I was comparing some images. So on the EFX has this additional, so we have this, but then we also have right here, you see that one more little like T?
Yeah.
But it's not on the it's not on the RS one.
Yeah. The other thing that's going to be different is the RS one has all the damage that happened after the movie,
Right.
Yes.
right? So that's a huge difference.
This was cleaned up.
EFX is stylized, is idealized, maybe more accurate to at least
Yeah,
in
but
terms of damage to what
It's
was
the
on the screen.
same. It's the same mold, though, right? Correct.
It came from the same exact cast.
Same
Did they
mold.
clean-
They're
did they
they're
clean it
actually
up?
yeah, they're actually cleaning it up. So it's not
Yeah.
like it's exact. That's their representation of what it would look like, right?
Yeah.
It's been very idealized. Size-wise, they're about, I'd say, 5% off. The RS is about 99.9%. It's almost perfect, especially with the flare. The EFX is slightly cleaned up. The airs are a little bit not as accurate, just again because it's idealized. But again, it was mentioned in the comments. It almost looks a little too clean, and that is correct.
Jason, are you
But
going to keep your EFX?
No, I'm not. But Steve, I am noticing something that I never noticed before.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
On the EFX has it too.
I never noticed it. That's weird.
I noticed it for the first time on the RS, and now I'm seeing it. Now that I'm looking, I'm seeing it on the EFX.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is or why it's there.
Yeah.
Jason,
Maybe
do you know
that's-
what? Go to the
This
other
does have the gash in it.
Jason, go to the other side. Do you know what what's that little circle thing? What is that?
This is what's called a Borden. It's for dental. It's used for dental. It has a connector. It's
Okay.
a 2-piece. So yeah, this has an accurate Borden in it, where the other one I think on the RS is just cast. But that could easily be replaced out. So
Right.
if you look at the Return of the Jedi Boba in the back, he has these two little things sticking out. Those are also dental tools. I think they're red, if I'm correct, if I remember correctly. But yeah, this is a Borden right here.
When you
and
say-
they have variations.
That's not an original part, right?
So the EFX one is not an original part. It's cast off the original.
Yeah.
But you can go online. I'll send you guys a link. You can go online and buy the original part. It's part 02.
What is the RS? What about the RS one?
The RS one is cast.
So they're both cast.
Well, this is an actual like cast of the Borden. You can like remove it. The RS one is like it's part of the cast, I guess, like fixed.
Yeah.
Where
It looks like more.
Oh, so it's part of the helmet mold.
Yes, exactly. Where this like comes out so much more.
Yeah.
I can like run my finger on it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Huh.
It looks better on the RS. Looks like it's actually part of the helmet, though.
I am potentially interested in getting a real Borden. I looked up the part and found one, and they're like $20 for the original found part.
Well, what is Chris? Are you actually playing solitaire? What the heck, man?
Oh, Chris!
All right, I muted
I
Chris.
can't contribute, so
No, I muted Chris because he was opening his card. So.
So, do you guys want to transition to the surprise?
We can, yeah, we can. I mean, we're still going to talk about this because this helmet's unbelievable. But
I just want to show you guys something. Just hold on, let me find it. I just had it. Did you guys look through these yet?
I haven't. No.
I have. Yeah.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah, they're so
They
cool.
are.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, those. I said it before. Those would make badass
awesome.
tattoos.
That's
pretty-
awesome.
That was on our. We reviewed these cards on our Christmas show that we did it with RS on their channel.
So
So
the problem that this was added in, though. I don't know why that's.
what is it? C3? Is it
Oh,
the?
He's gonna shit all over the.
No,
sequel
there's a
again.
worse one. Look at the.
Oh god.
Look at the other one. It's
Yeah, I
the,
know the other
freaking-
Joker. What do they call this?
At least it's a Joker, though.
I would have made C3PO a Joker. I don't understand why that.
Well, yeah.
Are these the only two
funny, though.
Theo, that's his
He's
name.
not funny.
sequel piece characters in here?
I think Ray's in there. I think Kylo's in
Yeah.
there.
Ray and Kylo. So, Chris, why don't you tell people? Why don't you explain to people what else is going on?
So I came up with an idea and to make a special customized helmet, and ran it by RS, and we got them made. So we have Rogue One Merrick helmets.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Kinda fitting.
The coloring.
And why is it special to us?
Because down here in Arabesh, it says Rogue 1-6. Right
That's so cool.
That's so nice.
there.
And what a color scheme, huh?
Great.
Oh man, it's gorgeous. Yeah,
I think it looks a lot more blue. Or you kind of no. I guess it's about the. Okay.
no, it looks. I mean,
It's just saying. Go ahead.
it fits in with all the other helmets and still is different. You know, I love it. I thought I'm not sure which one I like better now, Gold Leader or this one. This one is just gorgeous. And Simon and I were talking about where to put the logo there, and I mean, I left it up to them where it was going to be. But we had talked about on the Mohawk, or I think he had said something about it being here, but I think here is probably the best. Isn't that where like pilots put call signs on?
Mm-hmm.
So
I love it.
Everybody in the comments, just so you know, don't look at any of these jokers like lighting. This is how it's supposed to look. This is what it looks like in real life.
Yeah, I think Matt's got the best lighting.
So, like, that is the color you're talking about. It's freaking beautiful. It really is.
Well, let's put it on Matt then.
They did a
pretty
fantastic.
close.
They
Go
did a
ahead, Matt.
fantastic.
Good. Give it a spin.
Oh, it's
The
beautiful.
color is gorgeous. The color is gorgeous.
It is awesome.
It is absolutely
That
freaking-
tail against a darker, I don't know, it just stands out.
It
in such
stands
a
out.
perfect way. Yeah.
Yeah, really does.
And a little strip of yellow. Oh,
Dude, you know what's crazy is this right here. This is all hand painted.
Yeah,
It's hand painted,
oh, you're right.
and it's and then on top of it, it's weathered. It's crazy, dude. Like it's impressive, man. They really did an amazing
I
job.
love it. It's fantastic. Man.
it's beautiful.
Yeah, I went back and I started. Yeah, I watched the movie parts again to compare, and it's pretty damn good. Actually, there's more detail on this that you can see. You can't see it in the movies.
Yeah, right.
Like this 3, 6, this 7 pointed star. I was like, oh, that's in there. So I couldn't find it in the movie. I guessing it's on some reference somewhere.
And it's got a gash through it too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did they give us different battle damage to see who got more beat up in different battles, or?
No, I got a gash on mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's freaking killer, dude.
Yeah.
And it's not like it'll stand out from all the rest of them. I mean, it'll stand out, but it's not like, okay, so this would be like a first order.
Yeah. No,
It's a genuine helmet.
It's an X-wing.
It's an X-wing helmet. Yeah.
It's
Look at
legit.
this. Goon says, "Fun fact: the blue color on the helmet was one of my wedding colors. I need one of those."
Were you born? Did you get married in the 70s? What?
No, that color is freaking awesome.
It's like a glacier blue.
You've seen the blue suits that they had in the 70s,
Yeah.
right?
That's
powder
actually
blue?
probably. I bet you that's back in now. I bet you that's
There's
back.
2 other helmets from Rogue One that pilot helmets that have blue and green like this, and they're like a phoenix. I like those as well. I've thought about possibly getting those if I have more.
Even the chin strap has been weathered.
Yep.
Yeah.
Guys.
And guys, like, listen, we're not this. If you have any of the other Rebel helmets, you'll know exactly what this feels like, and
Yeah.
you have an idea of what this is. But it's still cool to see a different version. And obviously, what's cool about RS is they can do kind of any version, even it's like custom versions for if you want a custom version. Which this is kind of that for us, right? We wanted that little Arabesh thing at the bottom, and
Very clean and sleek too.
yeah,
The light will pick it up, but
I see it
you
there.
can see the Rogue 1-6. Yeah, so it's subtle. It doesn't really stand out if you're on display.
Right.
But it gives a nice, touch of sentiment.
So
Yeah,
now that I have blue leader and gold leader, I feel like I got to go out and get red leader. Yeah.
You go.
You have that one, Matt? You have red leader, don't you?
Which one?
It's the one with the
No. He doesn't have it.
kind of. It almost looks Asian influence. Like
I don't-
there's There's those.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I know which one you're talking about. It's got the like blue and it's
Yellow.
like blue and red, right? And red and yellow, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe yellow and red. I don't remember it being blue, but anyway, there's like these marks on the side. That's on the red leader, and it's like, oh, I gotta go get that now.
That's actually a cool one.
Oh yeah,
that is a cool design. Yeah.
I mean, how cool would it be to have the whole squadron on lined up?
I'll be bananas.
Yeah. So a big thanks to
thanks
to the folks over at RS. This is a great idea here, getting Rogue 16 on the side. I love that.
Thanks to Chris for coming up with that idea. And
yes, thank you, Chris. Very much appreciated.
Steve was trying to bribe me to make it Rogue 11, Rogue 12, Rogue 13.
Of course.
Did you really, Steve?
Yeah. He's gonna send me money.
You cheeky bastard.
Yeah, so very cool.
Christmas card from RS. They're sending these out to everybody too, which is awesome. So very, very kind of them. Yeah, obviously, guys. I mean, you can tell we're big fans of RS. So it's I mean, look, you can look behind me and see clearly that we've.
Honestly, I can't wait till this COVID shit's over and we can plan something. We can go have some drinks with them and hang out. I really want to do that.
I think I'm hoping they come out to Celebration.
Oh yeah, I would think they would.
Yeah, I'm sure they will.
And saying to right, if you pull up his comment, he said it's cool seeing the pilot helmets because most people generally go for all the Imperial stuff, which is true. And the Imperial stuff is amazing, specifically Biker Scout, Snowtrooper. But these, and I think Stevie mentioned it earlier when someone had discussed their recent pickup. These just on another level are like a work of art. They're individual, they're different, they're classic. Matt, as you always say, the light side. We don't get a lot of light side stuff.
Yeah.
Everything's dark side. So you get the hero, but you get a beautiful version of it. And because they differ so much.
Yeah, and the cool thing, guys, like mine came and with shipping and all that kind of stuff, and to be completely honest, they're so busy over there. They're packing so many things up and putting so many things together. What's cool about these ones is they come so that the visor can be pulled out, the ears can be pulled out.
The visor can come out?
Yeah, the visor can come out. I mean, I would make sure that the Velcro doesn't come off the top, but it does come out. So like for mine, I was like, man, it's not exactly how I want it. It's not the exact right fit that I want. So I took the ears out, I took the visor out, and I was like, okay, I'm going to fix it up a little bit because my issue is I've got all these other ones lined up here. So I kind of want them to have a general like same-ish type of look.
Matt.
And so you kind of have to,
What is it that you like? How do you like it more? Like I'm trying to picture like how else it would be. Like, can you show that? I
don't know how it's.
I pull mine forward.
I don't know how it's supposed to be. This is how I like it. I like it so that see this rubber?
Yeah.
So I like it so that it swoops up and touches that rubber and goes inside. And so it basically gives you this more of a flat type of look. I don't like them coming out very far.
Oh, see, I do the opposite, Matt. I literally take it and I pull it forward enough so.
Yeah, you like it. You like it popping out more.
Yeah, so do I.
I have it like this.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't mind it.
I do take the time to adjust it. So I actually use like a little bit of a guidance to match all the helmets, where I have just a slight bit showing here and the undercurve, and it allows me to line it up here, so it just comes forward just enough.
Well, the funny thing of me is my visor wasn't put in even, and it's been driving me nuts because one side sticks out further than the other, and I thought, oh man, it doesn't look right. I didn't realize that you could unvelcro it and put it back.
You guys are all listen. You guys are all ADHD motherfuckers. Like seriously, I just put it up and it looks okay.
It's
look at. Wait, let me see if I can.
Yeah, you
can see. I adjust everything. I adjust the chin strap. I pull this down to hang further. I adjust the.
You see how my visor is uneven?
Yeah,
it is. Yeah,
you can fix that.
That was. I don't think that's ADHD. I don't think that's.
No, it's not.
And that's significant.
OCD.
And look, I think the cool part is that what you have to be careful of is when you pull everything out, The visor is the hardest thing to get right, to put back in and get
Yeah.
situated. So you just have to work with it a little bit, but
Yeah.
it's fantastic. You can do that. I think
You gotta take the ears off. It looks like you gotta take
Right,
the ears
yeah.
off.
Be careful when doing so, because it can, if you're rough with it or too quick with it, this part here can easily scratch
Okay.
the visor.
Uh-huh.
Steve, don't mind me. I'm just a bitter bastard tonight.
is.
So Insane says they're about to get my business, that's for sure. Thanks to you guys for always showing off their amazing art. And yeah, I think the thing Insane about that is there's never one of those things where once you've seen them all, once you've seen one, you've seen them all. Every time we get a new one, I think it's just as exciting because they're all so beautiful and done so well. And yeah, RS never ceases to surprise me, and I think everybody else in the group can
Dude,
agree.
40 hours of paintwork. That is crazy, dude.
So Brian said something about me. I deserve a Boba helmet. I have a Boba helmet coming. I don't know. A lot of people didn't catch the beginning of it. I have one coming. It just hasn't arrived yet.
He was supposed to unbox
The
it.
FedEx driver stole it. Yeah.
I'm sure he did. It probably got gashed open. He saw what was in it.
To be honest, like with the Boba craziness that's going on right now, if someone found out that was a Boba helmet, they probably would steal it, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
You know what it is about these helmets, unlike others? So you guys know, I'm into art and stuff like that. Even like album covers, stuff like that. I find myself constantly staring at it, looking at the details. And even now, as we're discussing it, I'm picking up on more stuff. As like I'm looking at Matt's and looking at Steve's, I'm just noticing more and more detail, which is just.
Did you notice this thing? The little. What did you call this? The Fett. What's it called? The fettering. Yeah.
Fettering. Yeah.
I was just, talking about no RS helmet they're all being different and all that. I realized I now have 10 helmets from RS, which is just
insane.
I don't know how that happened. It happened so quickly. And I want 10 more.
I don't blame you, man.
I have 10 as well.
That's crazy.
Yeah, how many do I have?
I have 9.
Huh.
I have 3 more coming.
I have 2 more on the way. 2 more on the way, and 1 potentially in the works, I think.
It's nuts. So let's see.
There's more coming next year, so make room.
This is the first time I've ever seen
even really good ones coming next year.
Even on custom paint jobs, this is probably the smoothest and cleanest I've seen it done. The sort of smoke, carbon scoring, I guess we can call it. Carbon scoring.
Pretty.
I don't know why. I love this detail. This just rocks right here.
Oh, it's amazing.
They didn't have to add this.
There's no Boba Fett has that. None.
No, and the fact that the original had this and they went out of their way to do this, and they weathered it.
Well, and the fact that the original had it and you never saw the damn thing. Like
you never saw it, yeah.
Freaking sick looking. You never saw any of it.
That's the best part.
Have all of you seen what the inside of the Boba helmet looks like with all the wires and stuff?
I've seen a few reference shots.
Yeah. There's some wires in it for lights.
Yeah. It's like all along the inner part.
Yeah, it has I think it has a construction hat
at the top
rim inside. Yeah.
I did see that. Yep.
My God.
I didn't realize those foams just came out. I thought they were like
I always pull them out for my stands particularly because they have very wide tops.
Yeah, that might change how I display them. I think I'm gonna pull them out because they make them. They made like one was back too far, and I thought they were just glued in. I didn't know they were just sitting in there.
Even turning it in the light, the various shades of weathering on top of the amazing paint job. Oof.
Well, you know what's sad about this is you almost have to put this thing on like a rotating base to be able to appreciate all sides of this thing. I mean, listen, John Bird did an amazing job painting this damn thing, and obviously it's casted so well. The whole team it's just fantastic. But like to have this thing spinning, I mean, geez, can you imagine like being able to see the whole thing?
Put it on a automatic rotating Lazy
Yeah.
Susan. That
Yeah.
would be freaking awesome.
It'd be sick, right?
So,
Like
Chris,
really slow.
you were asking about the layers, right? The more
Yeah.
I look at this and handle it. So you're not gonna be able to see it, but I'm just gonna point out, not really like go close up. But as you see here, the different colors, you can literally see them chipped away layer by layer, which is just that's just crazy. And then the little surface scratches, and they look so natural, which is amazing as well. I love the markings here around the kill stripes because
I think I may
so
have to
subtle.
get what Matt said, an automatic turning one, because I'm gonna put it on the stand like this and have it spinning.
So one of the things I'm going to point out at last is if anybody's ever taken a Stormtrooper helmet and turned it to the side, it has a very menacing look. So it's going to be hard for me to capture this only because my lighting is bad. But Boba sort of has this thing where in the movies, he's always got his neck he's always looking up and sort of forward, but you can sort of see the way it rounds about.
Yeah, right, sure.
Comes down like this.
Yeah.
So it comes down to that point. So it's just got a fantastic
It really does, man.
look to it, it's just very menacing looking, and that
What's
flare, I think if I pull it back, yeah.
And talk about timing, right? Like they came out with this helmet. When did they come out with this helmet? Was it July, June?
It was a while back, yeah. It was
Something like
beginning of the
that.
year.
And middle of the year. And so I mean, but they didn't know everything that was going to be happening, even in the Mandalorian or anything like that. Talk
It's all
about
happening right now.
I know it's crazy. The hype is
The release
nuts.
of this, The Mandalorian, and Jeremy Bullock at the same time.
Yeah, right.
Oh, it all happened in the same week, yeah.
Yeah.
It's freaking crazy, dude.
Everything Boba
just
is
so
so
everyone
gone
knows,
up.
just so everyone knows, you can't get so it's not that you can't get these anymore. They just don't have them currently on the website in stock. So like they're trying to avoid getting flooded by orders and not be able to put out like the current orders they have.
They don't want to disappoint anyone.
Yeah, and so you will eventually be able to get this again. It's just not currently on their site, and that's kind of how they do a lot of their orders. Like, they'll do even some of the older, Rebel pilot helmets.
Hero
You have
helmet.
the hero helmet. You have to kind of ask them, and if they can do it, if they have a space for it, they'll do it. Otherwise, you kind of have to wait. But that's that's fine. That's not a huge deal. But it's not cheap. It's a pricey helmet.
It's one helmet though that I think is worth every penny and then some.
Yeah.
If it had even been more, I still wouldn't have had a problem paying for it.
Absolutely.
I've even broke up. If you guys can say, I even broke up the white gloves to this one. It's that fancy.
Yeah, it's really nice.
But I'm not afraid to touch it though. That's the thing. I
was eating chicken. I don't want to get chicken grease.
No, by all means, dude. Your hands. I can imagine what's on your hands.
Yeah,
but, you have no idea.
But
dude, those paintings behind him were made by himself. They were made from Jason juice. So like you don't want to touch it. You don't want him touching the helmets.
Oh my god! But that's the nice thing about this Boba is I haven't had any hesitation to turn it, spin it around, hold it in my hand.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
You just sit there and look at all the detail for like an hour or two.
Oh, it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Well, the day I got it, it was right before dinner. I literally put it on the dinner table with us and stared at it the whole time I was eating.
That's funny.
It was crazy, but that's how amazing it is.
Jason, what's the most unexpected thing on this helmet that something you just weren't expecting?
The chin strap is one, but
yeah.
I'm just going to put that out there. Something that's a little bit more or less, I guess. I've owned the EFX.
Yeah.
I've actually owned a custom one a few years ago. I think the coloring, the accuracy in the coloring, specifically, as I was asking you to point out, because you have the better lighting, this color red here. Yeah. I don't know. It just jumped out at me in such a way where it's kind of hard to see.
Yeah,
it's more of like an orange red versus the red here.
Right.
And I just love it. I love that contrast.
Yeah, it's so cool. I think hold it out there. You know what's amazing to me is this cheek.
I'm sure. Yeah, right here.
Yeah, with all the you can really right here, you can see all the cracks and dents and like it's crazy. Even higher up on the cheek. You can really see the hold it right there. See on the upper part of the cheek, all those bumps in the helmet. It's just crazy, man. Like,
see, now this wasn't damage. This was part of the cast, and it just happened to catch.
Yeah.
Some like the cracking and such this is the damage, but this was actually part of the cast. And then some of the gashes that you see, that was part of the original cast hair.
Yeah.
I don't know if that got damaged while they were casting it, but this isn't damage post filming. This stuff is, but I agree with Steve with this. I think it just adds so much character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know. Everything about this, man, it's phenomenal. It really is. I can't get over how nice this looks. This was so well worth the wait. I mean, it was a good 6 months, roughly, a little longer, but wow. Just wow.
6 months and 3 days.
Steve, are you already fading over there? It's 9:40 for you, isn't it?
No.
Okay.
I'm fine.
So just so everyone knows, Steve is on vacation right now, right?
Yeah,
You're off?
2 weeks off of work.
Fantastic.
So
Send all the fan mail to him.
Yeah. Great. Well, pretty soon here I'm gonna have to get to work though, because I got to prepare for the year in review episode we're gonna do.
Oh, that's right.
Next Friday, right? So
that's right.
So we're doing that actually New Year's Eve, huh?
New Year's Day.
New Year's Day. Okay. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
What time is that happening, Steve?
Fuck. God damn.
He just asked the same question the other day.
Every freaking show you ask me, and every show it's like the same. I'm gonna have to put a freaking macro on my computer.
I'm usually good with it, but how many times when you guys shift things around, you're like 9 p.m., 10 p.m.
I don't change. The group therapy never.
The group therapy you didn't, so I own that one. I own that one. You're right. I own that.
And it's like scroll back in the freaking chat, man.
Hey, just so you know, Steve, we're doing a year in review based off of just the things that we liked seeing come out, right?
Yeah, I think anything that we've covered on the show, like if we said, hey, even if we didn't necessarily get it, right? Because not all of us would have got everything that came out this year. So
right, sure.
Anything that are you asking like things that were announced versus things that were released?
Yeah, we're not doing everything. I mean, we're just going to do some of the more interesting pieces, I would imagine.
I don't know. I haven't put the thing together yet. Okay. So
if we did everything, it'd be a freaking 8-hour show.
Well, yeah, but I don't anticipate that we're going to. It's a review. It's not an in-depth thing, right?
It'd be cool if we could get some special guests on.
That would be. I was thinking.
Yeah, there's actually somebody who's going to be watching it live who never gets to watch it live.
Okay.
First time. Yeah, in real time.
Maybe we'll ask him to join us. Maybe I don't know if Michael will be available because Michael would be cool to have on.
Might be able to get a few people to jump on.
So we'll I guess we'll see. I'll put out some feelers to see.
How about
we're not limited anymore. I think we can have. It'll be crazy, but I think we could have like 10 people.
We have up to 10. You know what we need to figure out how to do? We need to figure out how to, I don't know if we want to do this or if anyone gives a shit about this, but we need to figure out how to take calls somehow. That would be kind of cool. If we could
call them live, that would be awesome.
Yeah, dude.
PJ tried that. It was a disaster.
No, but he didn't do it. I don't think he did it like how you're supposed to do it. I don't know how to do it though. So I wouldn't want to do it in a cheap way. We'd have to figure that out, but that could be interesting.
Yeah.
I get the equipment for that stuff, but if we can figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
The collector is saying we've done 5 hours before. So yeah.
No, we should do that in the year in review.
We've done one show that was 5 hours.
Over 5.
Yeah.
Like,
you know what's sad? Is somebody
that was like 5 hours.
You know what's sad is the collector probably watched 5 hours. That's a huge waste of your life.
What's probably sad is that we probably were 2 hours. We were still connected, talking to each other for 2 hours after the show was over.
We do that. Yeah, we do that.
If
It's
we've gone
amazing
long
how-
enough where I've fallen asleep on the chat, then we've gone long enough.
Yeah.
That's
It's
that was-
amazing how fast that time goes. Like I can't imagine sitting and talking to somebody for 5 hours.
It feels like it goes like that too. It feels like 10 minutes.
Talking to you fuckers about this stuff is.
That's like
like
your wife
that.
saying, "Hey, why don't we talk for 5 hours?" And you're like, "No, I'm good."
Well,
I'm
she
good."
says to me the other day.
Gotta claw your eyes out.
She says to me the other day. She's like, "You don't talk to me on the phone nearly as much as you talk to those guys." I say it's not even close.
Because I've been talking to you for 20 freaking years. It's-
5 minutes and like I'm ready to get off the phone with anybody else.
what else is there to say after 20 years?
I know, right?
Yeah.
But that's
Meanwhile,
also what
we
happens
go
when
back
you're
and forth.
passionate
Like,
about
can we call you
something.
back in 5 minutes? And it's like, keep talking.
Yeah.
No, it would be cool though. We should add in possibly a little 10-minute segment of "Can you believe this happened?" You know, like the Macquarie, all Steve's breaks, and you know.
Well, we could do it. We could do an hour on my broken.
We could do it. We could do a
Hey,
series.
Steve, would you be able to sit down and tally up all the broken pieces that came in this year, just to give us a number?
I don't want to put everybody to sleep, but
He
pretty
probably
much
doesn't want to relive those miserable memories.
yeah, it's probably easier to do the ones that weren't broken. So
Wow.
it's shorter at least.
So sad.
Yeah. So I think we're done with the helmets.
I'm not. I'm sleeping with this thing tonight.
Look at this, Jason. Remember when they would zoom in on
Steve,
Jason?
you want to make a meme? You want to get it?
Yeah.
Remember when they would zoom in on Jason when he was sleeping, when he thought that you guys were up here? Dude, I'm sure everyone knows this already. I think I mentioned it last time, but the last time we were talking after the show was over, Jason literally fell asleep, like 100%,
Yeah.
just knocked out. And Steven and Chris and I were just kept talking. We just kept hanging out, and he's just sleeping. And then at some point, we're like, well, we got to get off, but let's just leave him on here.
Yeah.
And so we put him full screen, and
We put the
and then
banner across the bottom.
we put this banner on the bottom, and we were hoping I think your phone died, right? We were hoping you'd actually be
Your
able
phone
to-
died?
My
Oh,
computer died. Yeah, because I was actually awake when I was that night when I was just dozing, like kind of in and out, but I was still.
you
still
were
awake.
not. You were dead. asleep.
No. I'm saying before, like,
Okay.
before we got off, like when we were still talking, I was going in and out of like dream state. But then
Yeah.
when we got off officially, and we were talking amongst ourselves. I was in
Dude,
La La Land.
you were full on REM when we were.
Yeah, dude, I was done.
Let's
Your
just
eyes,
say-
woke up and I didn't know.
eyes were like moving
Let's
inside your
Let's
inside
just say
your
that
brain.
your hand was in your pants. All right.
Wasn't he coming down with COVID at that time?
Probably.
Yeah.
I actually was.
It was probably full on. Yeah.
I think he also dozed off before one other time too, didn't he?
No, know what it is? When I have the camera up, so when I'm like this and I'm looking down at the screen, I'm looking at the computer. So
No.
it looks like
No,
sometimes
we know
I'm
when
not
you're falling
talking.
asleep, dude. I'm sorry, but we know.
Well, when it gets late, I mean, I can understand. Look, you guys have it harder than I do.
It's like 3 a.m. here on the East Coast.
I'm always eating dinner, but when we start, and then you guys are always like falling asleep by the end of the
Yeah.
thing.
I don't know how you guys go that late. It's nuts.
I'm
and then
night
Chris
out.
has to wake up an hour later and go to work.
Well,
Yeah.
if I want to.
So KG Collector's asking what video it was. I think it was two group therapies ago. It wasn't last Friday, but it was maybe 3
Right.
weeks ago.
Yeah, something like
I think it was
that.
3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Maybe
Why were you-
I
why
have a
were you
3.
doing this?
Well, because you didn't actually fall asleep, Jason, on the stream. You fell asleep after the stream.
No, he
Yeah.
did too. He was dozing off.
I was
during the
I was
show.
dozing.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
dozing.
The COVID doze was going on. but-
because Jason, the reason why we're saying it is because our audience is so desperate for something to do on a Friday night that they want to go back and watch old footage of you sleeping. That's
One thing I will give them, Steve, is when. So first, I wanted to get agitated, but I couldn't. Whoever did that Iron Man thing, that was so clever. They even changed all the artwork behind me, and then
Yeah.
they changed the group. Then they changed the group logo to Marvel. I was like, "This is so well done." Whoever
It's-
spends
yeah,
whatever
it's
time
so
doing this, I can't even get mad.
Somebody has way too much time on their hands.
Well, so do we. Look at us.
So, look at us,
Look
yeah.
at us, sons of bitches, talking about helmets and shit.
But touche, that was well done. I like this
Yeah.
little slobber putty here. I don't know why. I'm really attracted to it.
Which one?
This little slobber putty.
Oh,
That little
no.
orange dribble. I don't know. That's just.
I hope
I
mine
don't
comes
know.
looking like Matt's with the orange. If not, I may paint it on.
I got a little bit of orange. It's not as.
Yeah, it's really
prominent,
cool.
but it's there. Look at that crack right in the cheek. Oh man.
The
I can't
question
get
is,
enough.
which one of ours was the helmet that John was finally like, oh my gosh, I just don't want to do it. I gotta
When his
go
hands
home.
are like this.
Yeah, when he's like painting like the last little line on this damn thing, and he's like, oh my gosh.
Jason, I think you just said, look at that crack between the cheek.
I did, yeah.
You did.
I was hoping nobody caught it.
I caught it.
Oh, no love lost, huh, guys?
That's a nice helmet, Chris. It's a very nice helmet.
And you as
Turned
well.
out
Have a
really
Merry
beautiful.
Christmas.
Really
I
did.
love how that stripes hand painted down the side is so
I love that view, Chris, with the snow trooper. Damn, man.
Yeah, I didn't have that there before, but I think I think it might be a new display. I might put a new poster back there.
Yeah, you got to
He's
rip
gonna-
down
he's
that
gonna have
Guardians of the Galaxy poster.
Yeah,
He's
I
gonna
need
have a
like a
cousin soon,
Hawk
right?
one.
Yeah.
What, Jason?
He's gonna have a cousin soon, right?
What? Oh, yeah.
Oh, a boss
he is.
actually. He's gonna have a boss soon.
Yeah, yeah.
How exciting!
That's
dude.
coming in like that'll be here next week, I think.
What's this?
The commander helmet.
We're actually. It's interesting. I think we're gonna actually have. Well, we'll see. Mail wise, we'll see what happens. But we actually should have several unboxings next week.
Some decent
Possibly.
ones, too. Yeah.
Yeah, like Jason and I are getting a hilt that we're going to be doing an unboxing for, and then it's just really cool. And then yeah, you guys are getting a helmet, which is awesome. So I didn't get that one, but I'm excited to see you guys open that. And then I'm getting an NYC statue, I believe soon. So we'll have we should have some stuff. It should be.
Did you do an unboxing for Mythos, Boba?
Yes.
Okay.
And I know you're getting that one, but maybe we can figure that out if we do one and you get it and you can unbox on the same night or something.
Yeah, it's supposed to come like Monday.
Okay. Yeah,
So you
we
can do it the
that
same
out.
day you get your Boba helmet.
Exactly.
That's gonna be.
I honestly don't have a fucking clue when it's coming.
Yeah?
Like the guy on the phone told me it will be here tomorrow, but I'm not holding my breath.
Yeah, he's full of shit. All he wants to do is get off the phone with you.
Yeah, he could tell I was pretty aggravated, so he wanted off quickly.
Yeah, indeed.
Drake says, discovered NYC through your channel. Unfortunately, found out about Slave Leia too late, but at least I'm on the wait list. Oh, good.
I like they were seeing a lot of new names. I don't
Yeah, it's cool.
recognize that
Very
name
cool.
either.
Nice.
Yeah, I Drake, the NYC is fantastic. We're big fans of RS and NYC and Regal Robot, and like there's just a lot of good stuff out there, man. And you know, we don't discriminate against the licensed versus unlicensed versus anything else. We just kind of pick what's fun and good. And
Did you see Corbanth is coming out with some more lightsabers? I saw they were doing the Solo Maul lightsaber.
Oh, really?
Oh, the one with the
Yeah.
hook. The one with the hook.
Yeah, the one with the hook. I saw that, and there was a couple others he put up on his page.
So I have one up here. I don't know who it is, but it's the Empress Regent, which is basically Darkseid Ray, and I think it's in the SP sabers.
You
see
mean
that one,
the
Steve?
double saber? The
Yeah. Did you see this one, Steve? I gotta send it to you.
who's doing it? Because I hate to admit this, but
No, it's fantastic.
I keep going back to Sideshow's website, looking at that EFX.
it looks really good.
It's
Steve, I'm gonna
gorgeous.
send you the link. Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly,
It's like
that is gorgeous.
Chris, Brian
They-
says
they
you
can
guys
say-
need to have a special Chris Boba unboxing video. You know what we'll do? We'll set Chris up. I'll come on with him, and then we'll act like we push record, like live, and we'll just let him do his unboxing. And it won't actually be a live video.
I'll be tearing into that bitch.
I know you will. I know. Honestly, guys, we try not to unbox things more than once, just because it's kind of annoying. But
Ooh.
What do you think,
Plus-
Steve? Huh?
Plus, I'm
Half-
gonna open it with my sons.
And it's
what's that?
half-
Oh, are you gonna open it with your kids, Chris?
Yeah,
And
my
look at
kids
the
will be here
detail.
tomorrow, so
Oh,
I'm
that's
gonna.
awesome.
All right,
They're
so
gonna-
I'm not gonna reveal the maker, but I want to show you guys what it looks like. Is that okay with you, Jason?
Yeah. That's fine. Yeah. I
Yeah, it
already
doesn't have the
don't-
maker on it, but let me just see how many.
Yeah.
people-
Don't post the maker.
Yep. I'm just looking at all the pictures.
And I think you can go polished, and you can choose between polished and weathered.
Half the price. What's half the price? What is that now?
So I think it's 1,500 via EFX, and then this one is about 725, 750.
Oh, okay, that's not bad. For a double hill, yeah.
So there it is. And I have to say that the connecting mechanism looks between the two looks so much better.
Better, yeah, it's pretty accurate.
The FX one was pretty bad. Oh, I am so glad you showed me this because I was been drooling over the FX one.
Yeah, I was holding this one under my hat for a little bit. I was gonna send it your way.
Jason, do you know if this is like very accurate?
This is pretty spot on. I think it came from I want to say it came from the same files used for the movie Pro.
Okay.
Even the little what do you want to call it there? I don't know, what word would you use of the cylindrical pieces going around it? What would you say, Steve?
I'm sorry, cylindrical pieces going around it.
Those little like bullet-looking things.
Oh, the dark red ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what you call those.
So even those, like, those are, spaced properly, sized properly. This thing is really
Did you compare this to the actual prop?
Yeah, I compared to the actual prop and I compared to the EFX. The EFX is really good. It's 97% accurate. The only thing is I think they lack a little bit in some of the materials. Yeah. This one seems to be a step up in the materials.
The connectors on the EFX look super plastic.
They do, yes, they do.
And
almost like a PCR.
That's the thing that's been holding me back is I don't like the plastic. The black here, it looks plastic and the connector looks plastic. Do you know if these are made out of metal?
These look like, I believe this is a CNC machine, if I'm correct.
Wow.
And I think the top parts, that Vader looking part, the ESP Vader style piece, yeah. I think those may be cast. Those may be plastic. But the part where the saber would split and join, I believe is metal, with metal apertures in it, like joints and stuff.
These look good. These look really good.
And then it's got that little node. So this what's cool about the saber is if you go through the images, it has a nod to Maul being, two sabers and then the one. The end caps have the Kylo hilt end cap. It's got the ESP Vader portions of it. So it's a nod to multiple Sith hilts throughout the trilogy. So that's why. So when a lot of people, account for it being, a Rey saber or from a bad movie, I like that it borrows from various hilt sabers to create this one unique piece.
I sent a couple pictures to the chat of new sabers.
Yeah. Okay. I got to figure out how to pull them up. I'm just looking at when this is being ordered. Okay, we got time. All right. Let's see. How do I do this?
Oh, wow. That's interesting. One of the ones you sent, Chris, is one that we'll be unboxing soon. And, wow, it looks nothing like the one we're getting.
Better or not good?
I don't want to, say anything derogatory. It's all subjective. It's opinion. But compared to the one that we'll be unboxing, this doesn't even stand close to it. Yeah, it's...
So you're not getting this, are you? I thought you were.
No.
You're talking about the Kylo?
The Kylo, yes. So it's a great paint job, but the one that's coming in,
the one that we're getting is crazy.
Oh yeah.
The detail on it is just, and I can see where this has come close, Matt. So you see where the quillions are, and then the gash. Mm-hmm. So below the gash, that little wear and tear, and then right above the gash, leading up to the emitter, that wear and tear, it's just very prominent. And it's almost like you can see the silver underneath versus like a rust.
Yeah, sure.
It comes with white vibrators too.
Yeah, it looks. Oh, those are the side pieces. Okay. I don't like how the black cuts off so clean and then goes to the heat damage.
I wonder, is this KR?
This is the KR one. It's Corbin.
Corbin. Ah,
This looks
I'm-
like the KR one. This looks
I'm a
like the
little,
KR one.
I'm a little more KR.
oh yeah. Wait, yeah. KR Sabers cross guards. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
All right. And then there's which one is this?
That's Ray's saber. It's just not wrapped, so it doesn't have the wraps around it.
I think it's a ugly ass design.
It doesn't work well. No.
I don't like it at all. I'm not saying that the way they made it is bad. I'm saying the design, Disney's design for this is
I like it with the wrap on it, but not like that.
the wrap on it.
Yeah, there's
so
like
the
cloth
center-
wraps around it.
Yeah, it's almost got like a
Oh.
Tuscan style wrap around it. Just
Okay.
noticed.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Maybe that's why I don't like it because it looks kind of like naked in the middle.
But you know what I don't like about that, Steve? So if you remember the very beginning of The Force Awakens when she's scavenging for pieces and she's like scrubbing them, to get her food.
Yeah.
It looks like she made a saber out of those scraps, and that's what throws me off because it's not very. I don't know. It just doesn't visually work for me.
Yeah. No. Visually, it's. I don't know why both ends. It kind of looks like the Edsel of lightsabers. You don't know which is the emitter side and which is the the hilt side, right? Right. It looks too symmetrical.
And look at that belt clip. Oh, what a horrible spot for it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't care for that design.
No.
And then these two, I'm not too impressed by either of these.
They look plastic.
Yeah, what the hell is that?
One is Ezra's.
Yeah, that Ezra. That must be the green one, right?
Yeah.
Because I thought that was a guard. What a Jedi?
The Jedi Temple Guard.
Temple guard. Doesn't that kind of look like a Jedi Temple guard?
No, I'm not. I don't think so.
Okay.
I'll look and see what it was.
I'm not impressed by the paint jobs. They look. I don't know.
They look plastic.
It almost looks like acrylic paint. It's weird.
Those are Kanan and Ezra.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the design or the paint, but yeah. Okay.
Kanan.
So,
I like that design. I didn't think I did, but I do.
Everything we've seen so far, I really like the Ray, the dark side Ray.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna put an order in for that. See,
The hilt on this is so big. Is this double sided?
Yeah.
Okay.
Solo Mall.
Okay. Yeah, this is cool. This is a decent design.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Random stain. That's the inside of Jason's helmet.
Mhm.
That's why I don't like sharing chats, because you start showing shit you shouldn't be showing people.
No sexy Ahsoka.
Yeah.
I'm still on the. I've been on the hunt for a maker. I think he was in the RPF. He went by Delta Voodoo, as in like voodoo doll.
Uh-huh.
And he actually made not 3D printed. I think they were CNC machined or something of the like. Ralph McQuarrie concept sabers, and he made the Luke one, and he made the Vader one, and it's the one from. Remember when we did Chiluk's collection video? He had the Kotobukiya, where Luke is in sort of like that, scuba mask. They're those two sabers, and I think they were a run of 10. A set of them was on eBay about a year ago, and I missed it, and I've been on the search ever since. They're just phenomenal.
What showed up on eBay today was Yoda, the Yoda stabbing the stormtrooper through the chest statue from Sideshow. That showed up, but it was still
Too expensive?
I think a couple $100 still too expensive. But it was at least it was reasonable. There's been one out there that has been $1,200, and it's like, are you crazy? This one was reasonable, but I still think a little bit too expensive.
Well, that's like the McQuarries. They're 1/5. They're not 1/4. and I think they retailed for about $2.99, $3.99, and for a while after, they were on sale. I think even through Pop Culture in Australia. And you were able to buy from them as long as you didn't mind waiting, free shipping. And now Vader and Boba Fett are going for like anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500. It's absurd. I don't know why they just jumped out of nowhere.
Yeah. So, do you guys want to wrap up now? Keep this video reasonably short.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So, I think I want to thank the folks over at RS for some amazing work. Both helmets are fantastic. I love this custom. It's got a great custom touch on the side saying Rogue 16 and Arabesh. Thank you so much for that, guys. Really,
yeah, amazing guys.
Great.
Really.
Amazing piece.
Yeah.
Sure.
And the Boba Fett is kind of hard to do justice, honestly.
Well, the Boba Fett is, guys, like, you got, if you ever can see this thing in person, it's just incredible. And listen, the amount of work that went into this thing, seriously, obviously, look, they took our money, so we paid for these things. It's not like they shouldn't do a good job, but like, they really did an amazing job, and they went above and beyond. And John killed it with the paint. And I think we all need to have a word of prayer for John's hand, because like by the time he's done doing all of these, I just can't imagine. I mean, I think
the salary is going to pay for his surgery. Because he's going to have the yips. No, I'm kidding. John, if you're watching,
he's going to get carpal tunnel.
But it's no easy feat. It's got to be tedious,
amazing.
as Matt said. 40 to 45 hours per helmet. That's legit each one. It's not a sales pitch. There's just a lot that goes into it. A lot of reference. Rob even mentioned to us this evening, Steve, that he has at any given time 4 helmets lined up as reference as in each stage, as he references back to. So there's a lot of work that goes into it. It's not like he's looking at a picture and just going at it. It's a lot.
I've seen a lot of custom paint jobs for Boba Fett, and I thought a lot of them look good, but this thing's just it's not even. This is
if I could describe it, Chris, I would say that this Boba Fett represents the pinnacle of the art form. This is if you had to take one helmet representative sample of helmets out there that represents what we're striving for in this hobby, this is the one.
This is the helmet.
This is
and I mean, to think about it, like RS, like congratulations to Rob and Simon and what they've built. Like, listen, they I feel like they've come a long way, even in making the Y-wing. Boba Fett, like they're really making collectibles. They're really making these like helmets that are like collectible helmet, like collectible things, products, and that's high praise, because that is that's not easy to do. That's not easy to achieve. To make a piece that everybody wants and everybody desires. And I hope everyone that watches this, I hope you are able at some point down the line able to grab this if you want it, because it's not cheap, obviously, but it is worth I think the price.
And if it helps you, Matt, if you just want to mention, you can do payment plans.
Right.
Once it goes back, to order, they just need some breathing room. As we mentioned, there's a lot of time and effort, and energy involved in each one. So,
which, guys, honestly, if you haven't ordered yet, I would jump on it, because that's not normal. Like the Y-wing, you cannot get the Y-wing anymore. It's gone. Period.
There's going to be a point where you can't get this either.
Right there, it'll be at some point where you probably can't get this. Now, I don't know how far away that is, because they do have to pay for the casting and all all the stuff that goes into it. But at some point, you're right, and I think at some point it's almost like it's almost not worth it for them. Like at some point, John might just die from painting all these Boba Fett helmets.
It consumes all his time.
It consumes everybody's time. Yeah. So they might have to just discontinue it at some point for that reason alone. So, jump on it when you can, as soon as you can, and you don't want to miss something this huge.
Special.
Yeah.
So again, thanks RS for everything. Really appreciate
Thank you,
it.
guys.
And we will see you all soon. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.